I put out a poll just through a constant contact email and social media to our goalies. At 2 questions. So here's the first question. This is what we put out to. We got 153 responses just over the last couple weeks. At the beginning of the practice, what is your ideal first drill? And you can see the vast majority, the dark blue, is a warm-up drill with either a coach or goalie coach, meaning getting some pucks on them, some good muscle memory, habit-forming drill was the vast majority of answers. Next up was a full-ice team shooting drill, and then a very small portion prefer to start a practice with a small area game. So a very small portion. Next question on that small area game kick. When is your ideal desired time to play the small area game? And maybe a surprise to people out here, but kind of the goalie nation, these aren't surprising answers. So the vast majority, again, prefer to play them either at the end of practice or after they've had some pucks on them and have felt the puck and done either a team shooting drill or a goalie-specific, some goalie-specific work with a coach or goalie coach. So, why is that? Why is that? So the reality is the small area games, obviously they're great. I'm sure you guys will probably learn a lot this weekend. I'm sure there's some great presenters and some good ideas. Winning puck races, battling, competing, all those things are obviously awesome for team success. From a goalie perspective, that's not the reality of how we play. We don't play at a sprint for 60 minutes of grade A chances from 6 or 7 feet out with different backdoor options and battling through traffic and depending on how you set it up, maybe non-realistic gameplay type scenarios. We play with a lot of pre-shot movement. We play, working laterally a lot. We work to battle through traffic. So here's a couple examples. We'll pick McDavid because he obviously is an offensive machine in creating chances. And we'll play this a couple times. Notice how he's always cutting laterally, forcing the goalie to have some pre-shot movement. So again, this one he's just going to battle through traffic. Looks easy at the NHL level, but the goalie has to maintain top of the crease, battle through traffic, control the rebound. There's some players there that could bang it home if he didn't. Another example, again, pre-shot movement. Goalie has to move laterally, and then this is a backdoor option. And then he's got to make a good read, slide over. So this type of movement is something that the goalie, if they're going to have a practice, of course, they should be practicing. So all in all, we're here just to kind of give some drill sharing ideas, maybe a new thought process on how to incorporate your goalies and have a strong relationship with them. So if you do have time at the start of practice, if you're junior college, pro coach, the amount of practice time is unlimited. You have an ability to get out there prior to practice for 10 minutes, then you could take your goalies. Newsy used to take us, and he would just bring a couple shooters. We'd run through a similar flow of drills, working on pre-shot movement, rebound control, and then green light to go into whatever drill the head coach wants. If you're a youth coach and time is limited, you can potentially, if you can do it at the start of practice, maybe there's 3/4 ice and the rest of the team is doing breakouts or a compete game with no goalie or just one goalie, and a coach and maybe just the coach or players can go down to the other end and do some goalie drills. But before that point, the goalies do have a responsibility. They have to show up to practice prepared. They have to, when the team's on the ice shooting pucks, getting warmed up, the goalie's responsibility is to get their movements in. They should be prepared from the second that coach blows his whistle to compete at a high level. So these are the type of drills a goalie can do. Usually when I did these drills, I'd bump back a few feet, kind of get my butt closer to the boards, get out of the way of all the players moving around, moving on your feet, and then a little variation, moving on your knees, get a couple slides and recoveries, get the blood flow, get the heart rate going. And then if you do get an opportunity to work with your goalie, any coach could do these drills I'm going to show you. It doesn't have to be a goalie coach. If it's a goalie coach, great. It'll just be reinforcing good muscle memory. First off, get some puck touches in. So strong side, pass the puck down the wall, wrap it down the wall, get down to the goal line, even with the dot lane. Make them get their head up and deliver a hard, flat, direct pass. 5-6 reps there. If you have multiple bodies, maybe the other goalie or 2 coaches, you can do weak side passes. Receive it in one side, pass it out the other. So again, these are things that I had never had any reps of this type of drill until I was a pro. And then all of a sudden they're expecting me to help with breakouts. It wasn't until I got some reps in it, my confidence skyrocketed. So that's how important they become. You got to build your confidence, as we all know.